It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Kansas City. It's the Browns and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
To return here in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 56. Here we go from Los Angeles. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. He's at the 50, the 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. Here we go with Williams, and he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. That is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grabbed the completion for a really good pickup.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Mayfield now. And he fires one incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. They ran out of gas at the end. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
KC's offense ready to take over. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They run again with the fullback Burton. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They give to Burton, the fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He can't get him down. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 40 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, and it's third down. Mahomes now to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Chubb on the counter. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Mayfield on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. But Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as a quarterback. But like I said, it's the second quarter. So how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass. Okay, that's cool. But he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. 63 yards on the ground in his first half with his Super Bowl berth on the line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A give. This is Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. Oh, good move. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Nick Bolton in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Chris Jones drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Another carry for Burton, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Mahomes now on 1st down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To throw, it's Mahomes. Quickly to Kelsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Mahomes firing complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeMarcus Robinson. DeMarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And we are tied here in the second quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender. And that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 65 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's got Burton here. And some room to roam now. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down. Mayfield now. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. On third down, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Let's go.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Mayfield looks to throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go, let's go. Now
the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that one complete once again to Higgins. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns, for the Seahawks. And they had success all season throwing the football. No reason for that to change in the playoffs as they've continued to move the ball well through the air. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 76 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Burton, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Open is Powell. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Handoff to the fullback, Burton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds Robinson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one into the hands of Burton. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now here's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up fourth.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down. Now Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
I got 15.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Burton. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw left side, complete. That's Burton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the 1st down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Mahomes firing complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Mahomes to throw once more. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He's got Burton here. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run again with Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
First down, Browns.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On 1st down, Hunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Chubb running right, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A run for Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And again, it's Chubb. Down to about the 22 here. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Right there.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Browns are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Parkey with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st down, Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Completes it to Hardman. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Chubb. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before his tackle. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are moving closer to the franchise's first ever appearance in a Super Bowl as they extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Parkey for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
This AFC title bout has no doubt not gone according to plan, and these fans, they seem stunned as we move towards the final stages of this ball game.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here on a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Burton. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by John Johnson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
155 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run. Chubb.
Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.